This is a video on how to solve percentage problems. To set the problem up, you need two fractions and an equal sign. The number in the top of the first fraction is the percent number. Whatever the percent number is goes in the top of the first fraction. 100 always goes in the bottom of the first fraction. Now, in the bottom of the second fraction, it's the number after the word of. The number after the word of goes into the bottom, and then whatever's left over, that's the number that goes in the top of the second fraction. Once we have it in that form, we're going to cross multiply and divide both sides by the number next to x. So let's try it out. So here's the first problem. First thing you do is two fractions. 100 always goes in the bottom of the first fraction. 20%. The percent number always goes in the top of the first fraction. The percent number is 20. The number after the word of. Here's of. The number after the word of is what? In other words, we don't know what the number is going to be, so we're putting x. The number after the word of goes in the bottom of the second fraction, and whatever's left over goes in the top of the first, or it's top of the second fraction. So once we have it in this form, we're going to cross multiply. Let's do that. $20 times x is 20x. And 100 times 25 is 2,500. Divide both sides by the number next to x. The number next to x is 20. I'm going to divide both sides by the number next to x. 20 divided by 20 is 1x. Another way of saying 1x is just x. And 2,500 divided by 20 on my calculator is 125. So 25 is 20% of what number? The answer is 125. Okay, let's try the second problem. 100 always goes in the bottom here. The percent number, 55%, always goes here, 55. The number after the word of is 12, goes always in the bottom of the second fraction. And then whatever's left over, which is what, so that's where the x goes. We're going to cross multiply. 55 times 12, 660. 100 times x, 100x. Divide both sides by 100. You always divide by the number next to x. 100 divided by 100 is 1x. 600 divided by 100 is 6. The answer is x equals 6. Okay, another percent problem is if you're just trying to find the percentage that they're asking. So when we use this formula here. We always have on the top the part of the amount that we're talking about and the whole of the amount. So the top is always the part, the partial amount, and the bottom is the whole or the initial amount. And then we multiply it by 100. So on a test score, 60 items. So we're going to have a fraction here. And the problem is going to look like this. We're going to have a fraction, and then we're going to multiply it times 100. On a test, there are 60 items, 54 correct. So what percent are correct? So how many? The whole is how many questions were there total, right? The whole, out of the whole test, there were 60 questions, the whole of the number. The number correct, see, we're looking for the part. The question is, what percent was correct? So how many did we get correct? The partial of the 60 questions, 54. 54 is the part, 60 is the whole. So let's put this in our calculator. I'm going to do 54 divided by 60. 54 over 60 is divide. 54 divided by 60 times 100. And my answer is 90. And remember, I'm looking for percent. This is finding the percentage. So my answer is 90%. If I get 54 out of 60 questions correct on a test, I get a 90% on my test. One more problem. Remember, we're going to have a fraction times 100. The top is the part, and the bottom is the whole. Josh weighed 164 pounds. This is the starting weight. 2 months later, he weighed 155. This is the ending weight. What was the percent of the decrease in weight? So the question is, what is the percent decrease? So how much did he decrease? Well, let's do the math. 164 minus 155 looks like the answer is 9 pounds. So how much did he decrease? Part was 9 pounds. The whole, what was the starting amount? The whole amount that we started with, 164. So this is the whole amount. This is the part that we decreased. See, because they're asking decreased. We decreased by 9 pounds. So we're going to just put this in our calculator and we'll find the percent of decrease in weight. 9 divided by 164 times 100. And the answer is 5.487%. Remember, this is we're finding a percent number. So it's about, if you round it to the tenths place, it's 5.5% decrease. This person lost 5.5% of their body weight. 5.5% decrease in body weight. I hope this video helps you.